G'day everyone. Well, it's raining outside today, so I thought it'd be the perfect opportunity to run you through how to rig up a big plastic for impoundment Murray cod. So what you're going to need, there's lots of different plastics that you can use, but I really like the Z-Man diesel minnows in 7-inch, and I've got some of those in Sexy Mullet and Blue Pearl Glimmer. They just basically need to be bony brim colours or carp colours in my opinion. I think that's a really good choice. The other things you're going to need is some of the TT rev locks. Now they come in both heavy hook and also a lighter gauge hook. I actually like the lighter gauge hook because you get better penetration, and it also fits the stinger a little bit better. And then also some Gamakatsu SL12s and 6.0 because they are simply the best stinger hook in my opinion that you can use. So let's get started. So I've been catching fish on the Sexy Mullet. So we'll rig up one of those. Sexy Mullet's great. It's got a big paddle tail and it's got a really nice body roll in the water. It just looks amazing. So we'll go with one of those. And then also we'll rig it on a 1 ounce head. So that's great for fishing waters, say 5 meters or deeper. So the first thing you want to do is measure that jig head against the plastic and work out where that hook's going to come out. And once you've done that, then you can measure where the stinger is going to come out. So if I put a little mark just as a reference, you'll be able to see that there when you're doing it for yourself. But then you know that the eye of the stinger hook has to go there and the bend of your stinger hook has to come out there. So now that you've done that, we can thread it through. So going from where the bend of your jig head's going to come out, we want to go in reasonably deep because you've got to make up for the bend of the stinger hook so that it sits in nice and straight once you put your jig head in there. And it's very important to make sure that you thread your stinger hook in there straight so that the bait ends up straight. Now Z-Man have got that great Elastitech construction in their plastic, so you'll find that it does take a little bit of pulling and pushing to get it in to sit right, but once you've done that, you'll find that your stinger's in there ready to go, and now we can put our jig head in there. So again, I'm going to measure just to make sure I know where everything's sitting, and the eye of my stinger hook is just in there. So if I sit that against there, it should be just about right. Go in the middle of the head of the plastic and make sure that it threads on nice and straight and that you make it through the eye of that stinger hook there, and you'll feel it just click in there. And once that's done that, you can just give it a pull to make sure that it's locked in and it won't come off when a fish grabs it. And because of these Z-Mans are so stretchy and durable, it does take a bit to just push that plastic over the head, but once you've done that, you've got a beautifully rigged bait. And these rev heads are just fantastic because not only do you get the action of the plastic, but you get that little blade spinning, and when you see it in the water, that creates just that added bit of flash, and the cod seem to really like it. So it's a perfect little bait, or big bait I should say. And I don't actually put a soft plastic keeper or a stinger hook keeper on there because I have found with the Elastitech material there is actually no way that it is going to pull off and you're going to lose that stinger hook. So I haven't actually been putting a hook keeper on there. So I attach it simply with a 4-turn uni knot. I'm using say 60-pound leader in the lake for cod. So this is a great bait for middle of the day fishing. So when those fish have moved back onto the rock walls or into the trees, it's a great bait for dropping deep. So have them both in 1 ounce and 3/4 ounce, and you can sort of vary that sink rate. But it's a beautiful bait. It'll catch you some fish, that's for sure.